previous session of maths class on this lesson number system, we solved exercise 1.3 where we learnt based on the actual division, we used to find out whether the given number is rational or irrational, that is terminating or non-terminating decimal expansion it is. Next you have a representation of those small decimals on the real numbers on the number line, children. That is exercise 1.4, no need as of now. We shall move to exercise 9.5. Before that, next concept what we are studying here is in the number system lesson, operation on real numbers. What operation here we are going to perform is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Here we are going to learn how to rationalize the denominator. So here, before starting with the exercise, I am solving few exemplar problems here on the board. You need not write this in your classwork. Once I start with the exercise, then you can write how to add or subtract these irrational numbers. So we have learned what are irrational numbers means. Any number which cannot be expressed in the form of p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0 are real numbers, correct? So examples we have learned pi, that is non-terminating decimal expansion. Non-terminating or non-recurring decimal expansions means those are the irrational numbers. And if at all it is under the root also, it is an irrational number. So first we shall solve these three exemplar problems. Again I am telling you, you need not do this in your classwork. You can directly go to the exercise. Put the heading operation in real number. Don't want exercise 1.4. Next, after 1.3 you have completed on the previous session. Next, operation on real numbers, you will write the heading and directly go to exercise. Before that, I will tell few points which you need to write in your class. Now, the question is add 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 and square root 2 minus 3 root 3. Here, we need to add these two terms is equal to, we shall write the first term 2 root 2 plus 5 root 3 plus is there. Here also no sign is given means it is understood plus. So add this term also we need to add with this. So plus together I am writing 3 root 3 like this. Now what I do is, see, simply root 2 root 3 and all however I want I cannot add. You know that. Yes, no? The number inside the roots should be same in order to add or subtract them. Hence what we need to do is, after writing this term with plus sign in between them, we need to group the terms accordingly. First term 2 root 2 as it is I will write. Next I have root 3. I cannot add square root 2 and square root 3. But I have one more root 2 term here, so that I will bring here. Plus square root 2. Next remaining term, 5 root 3. This one more term is 3 root 3 I will write. Next, after grouping, children, if you see these two terms have common root 2, these two terms have common root 3. So what I will do is, I will take out this square root as common factor. What is common here in these two terms? And these two terms means in these two terms square root 2 is common. I will take out square root 2. If at all I take out square root 2 out, what am I left with? Here 2 square root 2 was there. Square root 2 came out means 2 I am left. Plus sign is there, so put plus. Along with square root 2 no term was there. No, nothing is there means it is understood, it is 1. So square root 2 into 2 plus 1 I got. Similarly here, among these two terms, square root 3 is common. I will take out it as common factor. I am left with 5 minus sign is there. Along with 3 root 3, 3 is there. So root 3 if I take out 5 minus 3 I am left with. Next step, square root 2 into 2 plus 1 is 3. Again square root 3 into 5 minus 3 is 2. If you write it, see, so first we have habit of writing the number first then the square root. So 3 root 2 plus 2 square root 3 is the answer. This is how you solve. If at all they give you add and two terms like this, you will write all the given terms in a single line along with their sign. Next, group the terms accordingly. You simply cannot add root 2, root 5, root 3, anything given, no. Root 2, root 2, root 3, root 3, root 5, root 5, root 10, like that only you should add. Don't worry about the numbers along with that roots. Let it be anything. But inside the roots, it should be same numbers in order to add or subtract. So, we wrote along with plus sign. Then, Group the numbers, then took out the common factor and simplified. And always we have a habit of writing number first and then square root. So, we wrote it in that form. Next, similarly children, you have multiplication. One problem in each I will show. Anyhow in exercise, we will be solving more number of problems. Multiply 6 root 5 by 2 root 5. So, now in between these two, let me write the multiplication sign. 6 root 5 into 2 root 5 since multiplication is there. As we did here children, here also I can take out, no, here multiplication, no, in multiplication children you cannot take the common factor. If addition or subtraction only you can take common factor. Here I need to multiply each terms. What I do is, these two numbers along with the root whatever is there, that I will multiply together once. Next, the square root terms I will multiply together once. So what happens is, with square root 5 6 is there, into sign in between, with square root 5 2 is there. 6 into 2, remaining is square root 5 into square root 5. Now multiply, 6 2s are 12. Square root 5 into square root 5 is square root 5 whole square, right? Square root 5 into square root 5, square root 5 whole square. Square root will get cancelled. Next you have left with 12 into 5, which is equal to 60. So the answer is 60. In case of addition or subtraction children, what we do is, write all the given terms along with their sign, group them, then what we did is, take out the common factor and then simplify. In this case of multiplication, you cannot take common factor out. Why? Because in between two terms, multiplication sign is there. In that case, you need to multiply all the terms. So, what we are doing is, along with root 5 or whatever the square root of that number will be there, that numbers we will take first, multiply them separately, root numbers together we will multiply. 6 2s are 12, square root 5 into square root 5 is square root 5 whole square, square root gets cancelled, means 12 into 5, 12 5s are 60. This is how we do. Similarly, division we have. Divide 8 root 15 by 2 root 3. Now, just by looking at this children, one more thing you need to keep in mind before solving this type of question. Inside the root numbers will be there, no? Is it in the simplified form? You need to check. Suppose square root 2, square root 3, square root 5 and all, further you cannot simplify. Yes, no? But if at all you have big numbers like this, you have square root 15. Square root 15 means, see, I can write it in the form of multiples. If at all it is confusing, see, 3 5s are 15. It is can be written like square root in the numerator, since we need to divide, is equal to 8 square root 15 by 2 square root 3. If at all you observe this children, 8 and 2 fine, you cannot simplify, leave it. Root 3 also, further it cannot be simplified, leave it as it. But 15 is a big number. Again it can be multiplied by the product of 2, 3 into 5 or 5 into 3 or 15 into 1 is the only option. 15 into 1 is of no use. So we shall now write 8 as it is. The square root 15, I will write it as the product of 5 into 3 divided by 2 root 3. I will keep it as it is. If at all you have big numbers, write their multiples. When you write the multiples like this children, the square root can be applied to those numbers individually. What I mean is, this 8 I will write as it is. This big square root is there, no? Above 5 and 3, that can be splitted like root 5 into root 3 divided by 2 root 3, like this. So when I do so, see, square root 3 will get cancelled. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8. So that is equal to 4 into square root 5 is the answer. This is how we will do. So if at all big number is there, children, you write the terms in terms of its multiples. If at all you get confused of how to write the multiples, look at the other number. It should get cancelled. In such a way you will get the multiple. See here root 3 was already there. I wrote 5 3s are 15. So root 3 get cancelled means here 2 1s are 2 4s are 4 square root 5 is the answer. This is how we do addition, multiplication and division. So with this, and one more thing is rationalizing the. So children, before starting with the exercise, here in page number 19 in your textbook, you have example 13 and 14 problem which we solve right now. After solving these, after watching how to solve these videos, I said in the new to write the heading operation on real numbers. After that, in page number 90, you have 3 points here. I want you to write these in your classwork, children. It says the sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is irrational. So by adding, see, 2 and 5 are rational numbers, but whereas square root 2 and square root 3 are irrational numbers. When you add or subtract the rational number and irrational number, it is irrational. The sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number. If you add or subtract one rational number with another irrational, and then the what is called the sum, what you get is always irrational. That is what it says. The sum or difference of a rational number and an irrational number is always irrational. The product or quotient of non-zero rational number with an irrational number is also irrational. So the product what we got, or quotient of a non-zero rational number with irrational number is irrational. If we add, subtract, multiply or divide two irrational, the result may be rational or irrational. Also these 3 points I want you to write in your classwork. Next, simplified is given. So rationalize the denominator is given, children. So yes, I will teach you one problem and an example for rationalizing the denominator. Then we shall move to the exercise 1.5, which is very, very easy. So before starting with the exercise, children, let us solve these 3 exemplar problems, which again need not be done in your classroom. Question will be, right, rationalize the denominator. So particularly denominator only they are mentioning. So in the asked question, obviously you should know that it will be in the form of a fraction. You will be having both numerator and the denominator. All the 3 exemplar problems what I have written here have in the form of fractions. They have numerator and denominator. They are asking us to rationalize this denominator. How do you do? Means, see, 1 by square root 2. These are the 3 only possibilities of asking the question for you. Either it will be only one number in the denominator, or 2 numbers with plus sign, or 2 numbers with minus sign. Other than this, none of the questions can be asked, or none of the types can be asked, children. So, rationalize the denominator of, start with is equal to 1 by square root 2. Whatever the question is, you will write it as it is. Next, what you do is write multiplication sign. For any form of question asked, write multiplication sign. Whatever number is there in the denominator, children, write it as it is in the form of fraction. Fraction will be given to you and ask you to rationalize the denominator. How you do is, first step, start with is equal to sign, write the question as it is. After writing the question, write multiplication sign. Whatever is there in the denominator, multiply and divide the same number. Root 2 was there, so square root 2 by square root 2 I did. Next step is multiply the numerator separately, denominator separately, again in the form of fraction. 1 into square root 2 is just square root 2. Square root 2 into square root 2 is square root 2 whole square. Square root will get cancelled. You are left with square root 2 divided by 2 is the answer. Further it cannot be simplified, so leave it as it is. This is how you do. This simplification you can do, no problem. New thing what you are learning here is how to rationalize the denominator. Next we shall see this problem. Children, it is 1 by square root 2 plus square root 3. This is number 3 Okay na? So first step again here also we need to rationalize this denominator. Here we had single term. In that case simply we will multiply and finish. But little change if at all two numbers are there. First with plus sign, second with minus sign. So now we shall look at the first problem with plus sign. So as it is we will write the question square root 2 plus square root 3 into what has to be written here in numerator and denominator means whatever is there in the denominator as we wrote root 2 here also you will write square root 2 square root 3. But whenever two terms are there children, if at all the terms are having plus sign in between, then when you write the terms here in the numerator and denominator, change the sign. Square root 2 minus square root 3 like this. What we did? Here only one term was there in the denominator, so directly we multiplied, no headache. But if at all this plus sign or minus sign is there in the fraction children, what you should do is write the question as it is, multiply, write the same factors both in numerator and denominator. Whatever sign is here in the denominator in between the terms, the same should change. If plus is there, write minus. In that case, minus is there means you will write plus. That's all is the change. Next multiply, that is equal to, always in the numerator this into 1 only you will get. So directly you can write square root 2 minus square root 3 divided by root 2 into root 2. Simply you cannot multiply root 2 into root 3. I said no, if to add, subtract or multiply inside the root same number should be there. So square root 2 into square root 2 is square root 2 whole square. This signs you need to multiply. This plus into this minus is minus. Square root 3 into square root 3 is square root 3 whole square. See, square, square root will get cancelled. Numerator you cannot simplify, write it as it is. Square root 2 minus square root 3 divided by square root get cancelled means I am left with 2. Minus sign as it is. Square root get cancelled means minus 3. Last step is square root 2 minus square root 3 divided by plus 2 minus 3. Plus 2 minus 3. One number with plus sign, one number with minus sign means you will subtract always. 3 minus 2, 1. 3 is greater than 2, 3 is having minus sign means minus 1. Instead of writing minus 1 in the denominator, what we can do is write the answer as minus of square root 2 minus square root 3 and keep the final answer. Denominator 1 means writing and not writing doesn't make any difference. So, if this minus sign applies to whole term, so we will write it to the numerator and you can leave the denominator. Minus of square root 2 minus square root 3 is the answer. Question children, you have 5 divided by square root 3 minus square root 5. First step is equal to, write the question as it is, 5 divided by, minus is there, square root 3 minus square root 5 into, what is there in the denominator? Root 3 and root 5 are there. Same thing has to be written both in numerator and denominator. But the thing is you need to change the sign. Minus sign is there. So, put plus sign. Both for numerator and denominator you have to change the sign children. It is not like only for the numerator. So, minus is there means write plus. If plus is there means write minus. Single term means no headache. Now multiply the numerator. 5 into root 3 plus root 5 is 5 into square root 3 plus square root 5. It cannot be simplified further. So we will write as it is. Now apply square root separately. Square root 3 whole square minus into plus is minus square root 5 whole square. Here square root will get cancelled. Square and square root will get cancelled. Numerator cannot simplify. Write it as it is. 5 into square root 3 plus square root 5. Square root will get cancelled means you are left with 3 minus 5. So what is 3 minus 5? Minus 2. 5 into square root 3 plus square root 5 divided by minus 2. Further it cannot simplify. You can leave it as it is. This is how you rationalize the denominator children. 3 possibilities of asking the questions are there and all the 3 possibilities are here on the board. Single number or 2 numbers with plus sign means change the sign, minus sign means change it to plus. So with this background children, directly we shall go to this exercise. Before that I said you to write those 3 points now. After the children, in page number 23 in your textbook, last paragraph, you have one paragraph in that. Yes, I want you to write the definition of what is rationalizing the denominator. Here you have. When the so don't write so there. When the denominator of an expression contains a term with a square root, don't write the bracket. The process of converting it to an equivalent expression whose denominator is a rational number is called rationalizing the denominator. So that is what we did here. So I want you to write this definition and solve any one exemplar problem. If you feel this is easy, this only you can solve. Any one of the exemplar problem I want you to solve. After that, directly go to this exercise 1.5. So exercise 1.5 children. First main is classify the following numbers as rational or irrational. So 5 questions are there children. You need to classify them as rational or irrational. How do you classify means first you need to simplify them. After simplifying, if at all you get recurring or terminating, then it is rational. If non-recurring or non-terminating if you get means it is irrational. Like that you need to classify them. To do that, each problem you need to simplify. How to do we shall check. First question is 2 minus square root 5. For that children you need to find out what is square root 5. Actually solve this 2 minus what is square root 5 you need to find out. I made you write now perfect square, perfect cube like that children. So up to some square root 10 or something, try to memorize the values. Here you will learn one method children, division method. In the further chapters, there you will learn how to find out the square root of such numbers without using calculators. Till then, I will give you the values. You can 2, 3, 6, 0, 6 something, dash, 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 etc. Okay, so you will get this. So, when you subtract 2 minus 2.22 something, 2 get cancelled means 0.23606 etc. You will get the difference. Is it terminating? No. It is non-terminating or non-recurring. It will not recur also children. If you want to check. Hence, it is an irrational number. Like this, you should write for all the 5 problems. Okay, now I will write only for 1. You should write for remaining 4. What we did is 2 as it is we kept. Find it out what is square root 5. It is 2.606. Some other numbers will come. It is not non-recurring, non-terminating. Non-recurring, non-terminating means it is an irrational number. That's it. Next is 3 plus square root 23 minus square root 23. What I thought is, instead of substituting or finding out what is square root 23 as we did here for square root 5, what I do is I will write the term since subtraction is there. This 3 plus root 23 I will write as it is minus square root 23 if I write. Plus 23 minus 23 got cancelled means I am left with only 3. So 3 can be written as 3 by 1, which means it can be written in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0. Therefore, it is a rational number. You will write like this. See, if at all you can simplify like this, directly you can know instead of finding out square root of big numbers. This is also an easy method. Next, you have question number 3, which is 2 root 7 divided by 7. Looking at this number only children, directly you can cancel out square root 7 by square root 7. So you are left with only 2 divided by 7, the fraction 2 by 7. Don't worry of simplifying what is 2 by 7. It can be expressed in the form of P by Q, where Q not equal to 0 means it is a rational number. Finish. Okay now. So fourth question is 1 by square root 2. If you remember in the example problem in rationalizing the denominator we learned now, simply you cannot substitute root 2. What we need to do is rationalize the denominator. So root 2 into root 2. Okay na? So this is in the numerator 1 into root 2 is root 2. Here root 2 into root 2 is square root 2 whole square. Square root get cancelled means square root 2 by 2 you have. Square root 4 is square root 2 is 1.413 dash 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 something you will get divided by 2. So when you divide, what you get is the question 0 point. I cannot start with 1. 14 is there. 2 sevens are 14. 1 is there. So 0 I will take. 13 is there. 6 are 12. Like that. Dash dash dash. You are getting this decimal means it is not terminating. Hence it is irrational. Enough. Fifth question, children. What it is? 2 into pi. We clearly know pi is an irrational number. Why it is non-recurring, non-terminating. So substitute what is pi. 2 into 3.14 when you do. 2 4s are 8, 2 1s are 2 point is that 2 6.28 dash dash something will come. Hence it is irrational. We should mention, simply don't write dot dot dash dash irrational. No. Non-terminating, non-recurring, non-terminating, non-recurring. Like that you should write. So we got first 4 and 5 as irrational, 2 and 3 are rational numbers. This is about the first main. Next we shall go to second main. Simplify each of the following expression.